All right, good morning. Coming at you from Fairfield, my friend's house. We finally have good lighting. Okay, we're gonna start seated. You might want 2 blocks and something to sit on, and we will get comfortable. Still sipping my coffee. So join me here. I don't have any props. Being lazy today. Getting comfortable in your seat, feel your way into either cross legs or sitting on the shins. I'm going to switch mine up today so that you can tilt the pelvis forward, upright the spine, and open the breath with ease. As you come to the practice today, notice how you feel. What have you been feeling lately? Can you feel the shift of the sun into Leo, where our hearts can set forth our path with light and passion and hopefully a desire to be seen, to be heard, to lead the way forward? As we find this full moon energy, we have the counterpart, the opposition of the moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is about the collective energy. Aquarius is an unapologetic energy of uniqueness. True Aquarians, if you know any of them, I have my sister who was always someone that I looked up to for her ability to be who she is, think that she's awesome, and she is pretty awesome, and not have any apologies about it. So when we can allow ourselves this confidence to authentically express our way of living, our way of seeing the world, then we give others permission to do the same. That also is part of this collection of energy that we all exist in, right? We both are contributing to this collective energy, but we're also always affected by the collective energy. So, that can be given to us by family, religion, society, all the ways in which we are conditioned and told to be something. I think also as a woman, we have this other layer to that. And minorities have another layer to that, right? We are told to be something that potentially we are not or don't align with. And so that can have a detrimental effect not only on our personal lives, but the collective, because it's a reciprocal relationship. So we're going to take the practice today and look at ways in which we want to make a pose our own and our own unique expression of that. It's going to offer you lots of things to do with your arms. As you can tell, I love to talk with my hands and my arms, right? But using the practice again as this reflection of how we interact with the world. So I will offer you lots of opportunities to do what you want with your arms. Maybe you want to do something else, entirely different pose. Awesome. Honor that. The more we do these things on the mat, the more we will do them off the mat. And Aquarius, full moon energy, Aquarius in general, the age of Aquarius is coming upon us as well, is to shift society in a new direction, break the status quo, burn down the systems that don't work and are continually limiting people in the collective, right? So this is a great time to take our power back. With the sun in Leo still, this Leo-Aquarius combination or axis is fiery. It is asking you to find the courage, break the pattern, look at the ways in which you shy away from being a leader, shy away from the spotlight, and really step in it, and allow your unique light to shine brightly. So let's see, did I want to say anything else? No, we're going to get started. Let's get really comfortable in our seat if you aren't already. Any hand position you like. If you want to feel more grounded, palms down. If you want to feel more receptive to universal energy, palms up. And feel a widening of the bottom ribs to start to deepen and broaden your breath with ease. And then let the mind start to think, what's my heart center feel like today? What's my heart energy been feeling like from the last few months since we were in Cancer season, all that emotion coming to the surface? What do our emotions tell us? If we're highly emotionally reactive all the time, we're probably not living in alignment with authentic expression. Let your mind travel into the ways that you are unique. What makes you you? What are your truths? How do you feel like you fit into your family or society or your job? Where do you spend most of your waking hours? And does that place allow you to be yourself? Astrology helps us be the observer of our life. And when we study our own chart, we can find help in knowing who we are through these characteristics. And then use that as a means to open up to behaviors, right? What habits do you have that might keep you in a small and dim place, or a conditioned pattern where you have a negative narrative about who you are? What behaviors are part of your day? And are they supportive for you to be you? We all need community, and Aquarius is going to help us find that and then challenge it, challenge the norms to redirect. We are affected by the collective, but we also feed the collective. So how do you contribute to the world? And where are your healthy boundaries? Let's bring the hands up to the heart and just take these questions in. Don't get caught up in receiving an answer. Asking the questions is the most important part. Before we set our intention, we're going to do a short pranayama. So drop one hand to the lower belly, keep one hand on the heart. Feel like you have your impeccable seat, pelvis gently tilted forward, spine upright, shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. It's called the Viloma breath, or 3-part yogic breath. Viloma means against the hairs or against the grain. So we're going to fill from the lowest hand up to the top hand and segment our torso in 3 sections: pelvic bowl, waistline between the hips and ribs, and then the whole rib cage. So the idea is to fill bottom to top. That's against the flow of breath, right? We pull the breath in through our nose, it travels down the body and then back up. So think of pulling it low first and filling upward as if you were pouring a glass of water, right? It fills bottom to top. So it's going against the natural flow. And then think of only sipping in 1/3 of your breath for that lower part. We're going to hold it in for a few seconds, sip in more breath to fill the second part, middle part, hold it in for a couple seconds, fill all the way to the top, hold it in, and then smooth exhale out. Before we start, I also just want to say, watch the arms. This is not helping our breath be full. Think of widening the ribs. So when you widen the ribs, the breath can fill lower. Has nothing to do with elongating the torso, right? This is going to create tension and restrict the breath. So hand on the lower belly, hand on the heart, or hands anywhere. Here's another option. You can take your hands around the lower ribs and feel that expansion. I don't like the way that feels in my shoulders, so I don't really like to sit there, but your hands can be anywhere to help you feel this movement of rib cage and depth to the breath. So let's take 2 breaths in and out together. And on this next inhale, we're going to sip in a third of our breath to the lower belly. And pause. Sip in middle section. Pause. All the way up to the collarbones, filling as much as we can. And pause. We have a very loud truck outside. Exhale out smoothly. Again, inhale, first lower belly. Pause. Second section. Pause. All the way up. Pause. Exhale out slowly through the nose or mouth. I did both. Again, inhale first. Pause. Inhale second. Pause. Inhale all the way up. Pause. Exhale slowly out. Inhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Inhale up. Pause. Smooth exhale out. So we'll keep going a few more rounds. Inhale. Pause. So loud outside. Inhale, second section. Pause. All the way up. Pause. Exhale out slowly. Keep going. Inhale first. Pause. Inhale second. Pause. Inhale third. Pause. Exhale slowly out. Let's do one more round. Inhale. Pause. Second. Pause. Third. Pause. Exhale all the way out. A couple slow breaths. Noticing. We're going to take bottom hand to meet the top, back to the heart. Soften the gaze inward or on the ground. Before we set our intention, it's nice throughout Leo season, especially through full moons when we're looking to release. It's hard to reflect upon our shortcomings and flaws. It's not an easy thing to do. So let's take some time right now to work through some affirmations. So I'll give you a few and then I'll give you time to throw in your own. With the inner gaze and a connection to your heart, say to yourself, I accept myself as I am today. I accept myself as I am today. I let go of comparing myself to others. I let go of comparing myself to others. I appreciate my uniqueness. I appreciate my uniqueness. I celebrate my strengths. I celebrate my strengths. I love myself unconditionally. I love myself unconditionally. If there's one that you want to add for yourself, take that moment. And then guide your intention for this full moon period of shining your unique light into the world, being courageous to step out of conditioned habits, patterns, and cycles, and look to feed the collective for a new way of existing and a new way of enjoying life. Let your exhale carry it out of your being, releasing the hands, opening the eyes. And let's come to stand right at the top of the mat in Tadasana. Oops, let's see if I can pull this back a little bit. Maybe. Oops. I don't think so. We're just going to have chopped off heads. Okay, sorry. We're just going to have to deal with that. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Stomp it out if that makes it more connected. Side to side, toes to heels. Go ahead and root through the four corners of your feet. Pull energy in as you tone your legs. Bring the hips on the heels. Right? Notice if you're pushed forward and scooped under. And then when you do, the spine uprights itself. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Drop the palms forward outside the hips. Just take a moment to feel the earth beneath you, the structure, the tangible things in life, the energy coming into your body, all the way up and through the crown, expanding into the collective, your little piece of this world as a part of the whole. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Grab the left wrist, lift and lean to the right. Nice side stretch. You can drop your head on your arm or look down or either to the left. I like to look to the left under the left arm. Keep the legs toned and the hips on the heels. Maybe the hips push a little left as you pull further to the right. Big breath. Inhale, come up to center, grab the right wrist, lift, lean left. Find a good gazing point. Firm up the legs. Reach out through the right ribs. You can push your hips right. Inhale up to center. We're going to grab the left wrist, lift up, lean right again. This time we're going to twist a little bit. Send your torso to face the floor. Stay over to the right, twist up to the sky. Inhale, center, grab the right wrist, lift, lean left. Again, twist toward the floor. And up to the sky. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus, open the arms, tilting the heart to the sky. Inhale, come straight up. And now we'll do cat and cow. Exhale, scoop the tail, take the hands straight forward the shoulders. You can make a fist. And then inhale, cactus open. And find that nice open cow. Exhale, hands straight forward, make a fist. Even pull the wrist down as you scoop and round cat. Inhale, open it up, cactus. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cactus, cow. Exhale, cat. And one more time, inhale it open. Let the arms circle down around the hips, square ribs to hips, hips to heels, big breath. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, soften the knees and forward fold. With hands on blocks or the floor, just going to alternately bend the knees. Feel the shift of the hips, helping to stretch one leg, then the other. Let the head hang heavier. Maybe you're feeling a little stretch out your hip of the straight leg. Maybe the head moves side to side, opposite the bent knee. We're going to keep right knee bent, right hand anywhere on the ground. And if you slide it inside your feet, you can press arm and leg together. Left leg straight to twist the left arm up. Here's your first opportunity. Left arm circles, reaches anywhere out of the body, does one thing or many things, wraps the back. And as you explore your unique expression of this opportunity here, what do you feel? I hear things. What do you hear in the shoulder girdle? Release the left hand, bend the left knee. You can slide it inside the foot if you like. Right leg straight, twist the right arm up. And again, make it your own. And also make it unique to this side. It doesn't have to do the exact same thing you did on the first side. It might need something different or feel differently. Release the right hand. Press the legs straight. Take an inhale to pull your hips over the heels and lengthen the spine. Keep all of that. Exhale, bow deeper. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, step to plank pose. Find your high push-up. Hips in line with shoulders. Push the floor away. Tone the legs. Find your breath. And the power of this shape. 3 more breaths. On your exhale, lower the knees, then the hips, then the chest. We're going to untuck the toes, press them into the mat, take the hands a little forward, a little wide. Draw arms up to the neck. Squeeze the shoulder blades in, then down. From here, we'll lift to cobra. Soften your effort a bit in this first cobra. Look around, ribs can go a little side to side. Maybe there's a sway. You feel pubic bone heavy into the mat, legs toned, and arm bones dropped down and back. Let that heart energy shine brightly forward. This is a time of letting our heart's desires and passions lead our way. Be the flashlight on our path. So get the arms out of the way. Big breath, hug those ribs in tight. That might give you a little more lift. Exhale, come all the way down. Hands pull in and back. Arm bones up off the floor to lift into tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Nice full breath. Full breaths as you pedal it out. You can take the heel midline, stretch the waistline. And again, what do you want to do? What does this feel like as your first down dog? And what movements are going to help you open up to the shake? Maybe you want to come forward to plank and back. Move the shoulder blades around, move the head around. Tap into exactly what you're feeling right now, and then make a choice that's best suited for your down dog. Look into the front of the mat. Step, hop, or walk, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees with a straight spine. Rise all the way up. Reach overhead. Hands to prayer. Into the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot back. Knee to the floor, hands up to the left knee. Lunge in as much as you want to for a good sensation right by. So many variations here that you can choose. Your knee can go as far forward of your ankle as it wants to with the heel down. You can stack it directly on top. Anything you want to do with the arms. Right arm can go up. You can lean left. Hand can come behind the head. You can stay with arms doing the same thing. Okay? They can do anything. I don't have to list off all of the options for you. You tap in. What do you want to do from this low lunge variation? Right knee down. And then hug midline. Heel and knee squeeze together. Tilting with the heart up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to frame your left foot. Step it back to plank. Big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come on down. Couple more like this. Inhale, cobra. Exhale it down. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze in and down. The back of the heart lift. Then the neck. Open up, gaze to the sky. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Exhale, down. Take a breath in. Open up the chest. Exhale, tabletop. Downward dog. Big breath here. Right foot forward, left knee down. Arms up to the knee. Lunge. Feel your foundation. The expression that you like here of how far you're going to lunge. Right? If you want more sensation, right lower leg, crawl your left knee in and lunge into the lunge in further. So then find that distance, then squeeze midline, then decide what are the arms going to do. Straight centered, lean to the right, whatever the side wants. But keep the legs toned, hold yourself up, squeeze the midline, open the heart. Let an exhale, hands frame right foot. Step it back to plank. Big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. This time, wiggle the hips. Get grounded hips and feet. Hands alongside the hips. Shalabhasana. Shoulder blades in and down. Hands and feet lift. Look down and soften your effort. And we're going to pulse the hands to the sky, without letting the arm bone sag. My arm bone stays up, then the hands pulse. Feet come down, bend the elbows, hands outside the ribs, arms lift, push up, tabletop, downward facing dog. Big breath. Lift the heels, soften the knees, right foot forward for warrior 1. So a little shorter stance. I like feet hip width. We're going to make this a back bend. So find the distance of your feet. Left heel stays anchored. Hips square the front of the mat. Ribs hug in. Shoulder blades hug back and down for the arms to extend up. And maybe the gaze shifts to look through the hands, tilting the heart to the sky. Think of this as now, our light, our inner light, our heart energy, our Leo power of following passion and shining our light, and our hands above that extending upward, the arrow of our heart's intention to the collective. What are you offering the world? How are you of benefit? And feeding the collective. Exhale, frame your right foot. Step back to plank, or maybe 3-legged plank, and lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward, right heel down. Find the foundation, distance and width that helps you open up to warrior 1 with confidence, strength, and also ease. Right? Hips squaring forward, ribs hug in, shoulder blades pulling down the back. Find that arrow of intention. Your gaze shifts up if it's okay. Maybe, again, you want to do something differently here in your warrior 1. Honor that, do that. But try to tilt the heart up. Open the heart here today. Exhale, hands come down, frame the foot, plank or 3-legged plank, and exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. Lift the heels, inhale the right leg up and back. Roll the hip open, but keep your leg straight and roll the ankle. Both directions. Press the left heel back. Maybe it connects down. Bend your right knee. Explore here. Inhale, straight standing split, or I'm sorry, down dog split. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it. Squeeze the belly in, maybe drop your head to your knee. Looking forward, we'll step into warrior 2. Front heel back arch. The distance you feel strong. Sending the gaze forward. Taking our life experience forward by non-attachment, but lesson learned. Let that help you feel more powerful and accepting of who you are and your uniqueness from what you've lived and experienced. Bringing your hands to your hips, we're going to widen the right foot, shorten the left, pivot to the front of the mat, high lunge. I like a really wide stance, feeling buoyant. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, tilt the heart up, cactus. Keep the left leg super strong, ribs hugged in tight to pull up to the sky, to tilt open. Elbows can lift and pull forward, helping the wrists drop back. Maybe your arms want to extend straight or come behind the head or be on the thigh. Anything goes. One more breath. Inhale, come straight square out of the hips, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, frame your front foot. Let me see where we were going with this. Can't read my handwriting. All right. Step left foot to meet your right, forward fold. All right, perfect. With a straight spine, soften the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to the hips. Step into your right foot. We're going to just take the left foot in, get a nice quad stretch. So thinking of here, knees stay next to each other. You're not out to the side. And hips level each other, right? So don't collapse into the right hip. Boom, pull yourself up. Scoop the tail under. If you're not getting enough stretch, then push your foot into your hand, extend the hip back. Go to the other side. You can always have, your hand on the wall. I don't have to tell you that. You should honor that if you ever need that. Pull up from the ground. Level the hips. Scoop the tail. Press the foot back if you need more. All right, stepping at the front of the mat. Inhale, reach out and up. Soften the knees, reach out and down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step, hop, or walk to plank. And lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot up and back. Roll the hip open, keep the legs straight. Roll the ankle. Both directions. Bend the knee, right heel presses back. Explore good sensation doing anything for that left side. Inhale, straight standing. Down dog split. Exhale your nose, pause. Looking forward, step forward for warrior 2. Front heel to back arch, a distance you feel powerfully strong. Opening into the shape from the ground up, from the heart in both directions, gazing forward. Feel right thigh inward spiral, left thigh outward spiral. Hips opening to the long edge, or at least the ribs. Gaze forward. Where are we going? What are we hoping to be a part of in this precious little life of ours? How can we affect the collective and fight for, what our hearts desire? Hands to the hips, left foot wider, right foot closer, pivot high lunge. Feel that foundational support to feel buoyant, strong right leg. Inhale your arms forward up. Exhale, cactus open, tilting the heart open. Anything goes here as you open the heart to the sky. Again, this direct beam of feeding the collective energy from our heart center upward. Inhale, ribs square the hips, arms straight up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step right foot to meet your left. Bow over the legs. Inhale, flat back. Pause here. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to prayer into the heart. All right. Stepping into your right foot. We're going to draw the left knee up to hip height. Flex the left foot, bring the right hip back. Hug the midline, pull the knee in tighter. You can always support yourself on the wall or a piece of furniture. Left hand grabs left ankle. One more little quad stretch here, scoop the tail, press the foot back. Right. So we step to the front of my mat here. Make sure you have room. We're going to come into dancer pose on the right foot. Let me just do that. Flip your grip now so the thumb is on the arch of the foot and you're holding the arch of the foot. And then bring right thigh back, hip on heel, left hip level, left knee in line with the right, not out to the side. Inhale the right arm up. Press your foot into your hand, extending the hip back. And finding our dancer pose, Natarajasana. Then you're lifting the chest, the right arm, and the left foot. Soften the right knee, hinge at the hip, stretch your right arm straight parallel to the floor, out of the shoulder, lifting the left foot higher. Look down, bend the right knee, fingertips to the floor. Either let go of your foot and kick it to the back of the mat as we open to half moon, or maybe Ardha Chandra Chakasana here. Release the foot if you have it. Left hand to the floor, standing split. Crawling your hands towards your right foot. Maybe wrapping the calf and pulling nose to knee, lengthening up through the left leg. You can bend the left knee. Right hand reaches outside the hip of the foot, extending the knee up higher. Or maybe you want to give yourself a little inversion time and then plant the hands under the shoulders, find your gaze, straight arms, and give yourself some hops. When you're ready, left foot meets right. Hips on heels, belly strong, legs strong. Grab opposite elbows and hang. Or do what you want here as you fold inward. Arms can do anything. Legs might want to alternately bend. Bounce or sway. Find your way. 3 breaths. Fingertips to the floor, soften the knees. Inhale, straight spine, all the way up to stand. Hands to prayer, into the heart. to the hips. Step into your left foot, grab the right ankle, find the quad stretch first. Swoop the tail, maybe press the foot back. Flip the grip, holding the arch of the foot. Left thigh goes back, left arm inhales up. Exhale, push your right foot into your hand, extend the hip, and keep lifting the chest, opening to Natarajasana. Feel your right knee is still in line with your hip, not opening out. Soften the left knee, hinge forward, take this different variation of dancer. Left fingertips to the floor, half moon or Ardha Chandra Chakrasana, opening now to the right. Release the foot if you have it, right hand down, standing split. Grab a hold of the left leg if that's helpful. Nose to knee. Maybe right foot comes down, grab it, lifting the knee from there. Any of these variations, make it your own. Maybe you want to find some inversion time again. Woo, it's a little different in the living room. Just scared myself there. Finding your forward fold. Again, what's gonna make this few moments a place of recentering, deepening the breath, calming down the heart. Maybe you're in a forward fold, maybe you're in a little squat. You do you. Find some time to realign. All right, we're going to make our way onto the belly any way you want. A little bit more front body opening so we can get into some deeper back bends. Anchor the hips. Right elbow is going to come forward, arm anywhere, support. The more forward your arm goes of the shoulder, the less back bend it is. So play with that front to back alignment. Bend the left knee, grab the foot, pull it into the outer hip. Keep the left hip point on the mat. Keep belly strong. If you can spin your fingers around the toes, you get a nice shoulder stretch in as well. And then try to square your shoulders forward. Maybe your right hand goes forward to lift your elbow, creating more of a back bend. Again, many options. Make sure your lower back is comfortable. Tap into your intuitive wisdom. Make this the best for you. We really just want to focus on a nice big quad stretch. Maybe some potential back bend. All right, gently release, switching sides. Left elbow comes forward. Right foot comes in. This side might feel differently, so honor that. Shoulders relax out of the neck, squaring in front of the mat. Maybe a lift. Releasing out of that. Bring your palms down under your forehead. Wiggle the hips side to side. We're going to come into bow. Bow can be challenging for a lot of people's lower backs, and I don't want you to suffer. So maybe Sphinx pose is your back bend here. Elbows under shoulders. Arms are anchoring down and back. Arms eating to the sockets to peel the chest forward and up. So that's an option. You can take any version of Cobra also. Or let's take bow, grabbing the feet. The arms are lifted away from the floor. Bottom corners of the shoulder blades squeezing to the middle of the lower back. When you're ready, hug the belly. Point your toes.
And push your feet into your hands to peel your upper body off the mat. I don't have a very expressive bow, but my lower back is happy. And I'm opening the front of the body with ease and effort, equally met. You want to switch to the other version of this, or crawl your hands down, flex your feet, and then pull your feet toward the back of the mat, anchoring the thighs down and lifting the upper body more. Whew, I'm gonna take a break. Right, how are you feeling here? What do you need? Honor that. Slowly releasing, hands under forehead, hips side to side. Great. Hands under shoulders. Pull the arm bones up, press up to tabletop. Pigeon, right knee outside the wrist. Toes anywhere near the hip. That makes your pose feel supported. Make sure your knee feels good. We're going to peek over right shoulder and look at the left leg. Straight back, toes pointed straight back. Come back to center. Open the heart. Close it off. Ribs hug in, chin hugs in to fold. Finding any version of pigeon that you want. Arms anywhere. Maybe you're straight centered of the hips. Maybe you're over to the right or twisted. Left arm can thread underneath. Right arm wraps around to the big toe. Right hip stays down in the twist. So you can stay in any version of pigeon or come on up for a back bend in king pigeon. I like to bring my back knee in a little bit and squeeze the midline, hugging up from the floor. That helps me now take the foot and pull it in like we just did, laying down. You can always sit on something on your right hip. Then we do the same thing we just did in that half frog belly down pose. Twist to face the front of the mat. It's going to bring in more sensation so we don't go only as far as we can. Deep breath. Releasing out of that. From wherever you are, whatever pigeon variation, we're going to come to tabletop. Left knee comes in, right knee meets it, and just pause, take a breath. Notice how the sides feel differently. Into the other side, left knee wide, toes pointed, a good angle of the shin for you to lower down. Go over left shoulder. What's that right leg doing? Come back to center, open the heart. Thighs are hugged in tight. All baby toes click into the mat. Close off the heart. Chin comes in neutral. Ribs pull back, spine neutral. Finding your pigeon variety. I'm going to thread and twist. Right under left. Left wrapped around. Staying in your pigeon variety if you want, or come on up for king pigeon or mermaid, or your expression here of the back bend, pulling the right foot in. The left hip can lift and sit up on something for you to access the right foot up and toward the hip. Releasing out of that. From wherever you are, we're going to come back into tabletop. Right knee comes in, left knee meets it. Big breath. All right.
Coming up to stand on the shins, we're going to come into camel pose. This is our last back bend. This is what we've been working up towards. So try it. It's my least favorite back bend. It's pretty intense. It has the most, in my opinion, what's the word I can't find in my brain? It can be the most challenging for lower backs. So we want to maintain good alignment. Toes are facing straight back, ankles neutral, in line with the knees. I'm not a fan of tucking the toes to reach the heels because it disconnects our grounding. If you need, the hands don't have to hit the heels. They can stay on the body, on the heart. Hands can be anywhere. Use a block. Squeeze a block between the thighs and or the heels. Okay? We're going to keep the hips in line with the knees and a little bit tilted forward. We're not going to scoop under. So feel that that anterior tilt is maintained, ribs hugged in. I'm going to lift up my ribs, squeeze my shoulder blades back and down, and tilt the heart more up. Hands are anywhere. Lower back is comfortable. Chin is tucked in a bit. Arms can be dangling on the legs, on the body, anywhere. Cactus, overhead. Where do you want to be? I'm only going to do this one. I'm going to take 5 more breaths in it. Push into the ground, squeeze the midline, let your heart lift you up. Head comes slowly after. Sit on the heels, on a block, in between the heels, palms down on the thighs for grounding. Close your eyes and just be in this space with yourself. What do you feel? Turn on the observer. How do you feel about the way that you feel? Come back to some of those affirmations. I forgive myself for comparing myself to others. I forgive myself for trying to be something I'm not or someone else. I love myself unconditionally. Shift the hips to one side, swing the legs forward, come on to the back. Hug the knees in, feel a nice space for your lower back. Any movement here for that little massage on the ground that feels good to you. Step the feet down. Draw the right leg straight up to the sky, flexed foot. Clasp around the back of your thigh, push forward. Arch your lower back. On the exhale, bend your knee, heel to glute. Point your toe, inhale, straight up. Form like that. Flex, exhale, bend your knee. Point your toe, inhale, straighten the knee. Flex, bend, point, straight. One more, flex, bend, point, straight. Flex the foot, lower it straight forward. Scoot your hips to the right, to the left, Left knee comes up, twist to the right. Left arm anywhere on the mat. Maybe your right hand gives some massage here where you feel stretching. You can wiggle the hip bone away from the ribs as you deepen into your twist. Soften both shoulders, look to the left if that's okay. Huge breaths. Inhale back to center, both feet on the mat next to each other, hips centered. Left leg up, clasp, push forward, arch your back. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. 5 times. Exhale, bend the knee, point your toe, inhale it up. 2, 3,
4, 5. Inhale it up, flex the foot, lower it down. Scooch hips to the right, right knee comes up, cross body twist to the left. Right arm anywhere, left hand, you can give yourself a little massage. Wiggle the pelvis out of the ribs. Settle into the twist, 3 breaths. Right foot back around, left meets it, hips to center. Any finishing pose. Happy baby, plow, forward fold on the back. I'm just gonna rock and roll, massage my lower back. Finding your way into your last shape, Shavasana, or maybe feet on the mat, knees together, and your hands can be on your body, and maybe play around with that 3-part breath again. Or kick back, relax, and corpse. And melt your body into the mat and allow yourself this time of deep rest. You're more than welcome to stay in Shavasana or start to awaken, moving fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Inhaling that arm overhead, full body stretch. A hug of the knees. Now we have some lawn hair going on outside. Finding your way back up to sit. That's okay timing. Sitting comfortably, root yourself down. Feel the pelvis shift forward, the spine upright. We'll take hands to prayer of the heart. Harness this full moon in Aquarius energy to tap into your courage. Remember, the sun is in Leo. Shine your light brightly into the world. Don't be afraid to let that light shine and be authentic in your expression. Let that be an example for others to do the same. And let's take back the power we have as the collective to shift the collective in a new direction. Take the thumbs to your forehead, trust your inner guidance. Exhale, bow in reverence. The light in me sees the light in you. To you I bow. Namaste. All right, my friends, I will see you soon.